Okay, I think we're live. Let's see. This is the first time I'm going live in like a long, long time. Yeah, I need to see. Hello, hello. Are we live? Are we live? Uh, content. Okay. Uh, is this working? How do I do this? Okay, stream. Hmm. Faster encoder. Okay, let's try this. This could be better. I don't know. I think this might be better. Okay. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been so long since I've done this. I used to actually do study streams back in the day, when I had like my Mac set up, and I would basically stream myself studying. Okay, this is good. Um, so yeah, a lot has happened since then. It was the senior year of high school when I did that, and I still remember many times when people would come in my room, I would have to pause the stream, or like would have to sort of switch to the blank screen, and when they'd go, I'd continue again, and I'll just keep studying. Yeah, so good times. It's actually what, 5:48 a.m. where I am now, and yeah, I'm the only one in the Founders Inc. office, and well, actually, I think there are a couple more people. But yeah, it's been fantastic so far. I'm just working on the product, and now I really need to go hard on distribution. So here goes. This show is for anyone who wants to keep up with tech, wants to keep up with Silicon Valley, and also wants to gain a global perspective on sort of the consequences of what happened in these 4 or 5 square miles. Um, because especially with AI coming in as fast as it is extremely important to be as well read and as well informed. So I'm hoping this could be your one-stop shop for all your AI news needs, just like my product is a one-stop shop for all your AI needs. So without further ado, shall we get into some news? And then, of course, once we're done with some news, we will continue with a co-working session, as it is called here, where I work and you basically just put me on the side and just work with me. And the goal is to reduce the friction to start creating content. And by doing so, I would also be able to start creating more content and pushing it out for you guys. Hopefully, inform a bunch, entertain a few, and potentially also drive some eyeballs and traffic to my product overlay. Okay, so this is super impromptu because I just saw that the studio is open, so I just came in and started recording. But I actually do have some news to cover. Let's see if I can get this right. Um, this is interesting. Mm. Okay, I'm just setting up here for all my exactly zero viewers so far. I apologize for the delay, but yeah, soon not zero, right? Hopefully. Okay. So one thing that is as prevalent today as it was ever is what is the best place to get the best AI news, the fastest and the most reliable? Well, there's only one real place that happens, and that's Twitter. That's X, and that's where I get all my AI news. And the reason for that is that it's not because it's not because people publish news there. It's just where all the model launches, where all the model releases, and all the CEOs of the biggest companies make their statements. And of course, the best discussions happen to happen on X because it has a very high density of AI researchers, AI workforce people in general. So one thing I would recommend is please, please, please get on Twitter. That's where all things AI happen. So speaking of Twitter, we have the first news of the day. Uh, let me. Okay, so this should be working. I hope so. La 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 la. Hmm. Oh, it does not register my collapse, which is crazy. Whoa. Okay. I wonder if this is the studio mic or no. Okay, let's see. Uh. Hmm.
Mm.
Okay, this should work. Anyway, so the first news of the day is that Y Combinator, basically the world's largest and most renowned startup accelerator, had their first startup school in India. So, fun fact, I actually went to the first startup school that they hosted last year here in San Francisco, where they would invite a bunch of AI centric people, mostly young people from the ages of maybe 18 to 25 ish, to San Francisco, covered their travel for 2 days, and have some awesome speakers speak. And I think it's also happening this time. Um, uh, yep, there you go. And you can just apply, and you have these speakers: Jensen Huang, Sam Altman, Alexander Wang, Jeff Dean, Tariq Mansour, Chelsea Finn, Blake Scholl, Junstrand speak. So Chelsea also spoke last year, I believe. Sam also spoke last year, and every single other speaker, I believe, is new. So yeah, it's a pretty simple form. You just fill it out and then you submit it, and then if you get in, you get to come to California. So this time when it happened in India, they had some of the best YC companies from India, their founders speak. So Zepto, Razorpay, and Meesho, and then we also had the founders of Giga, the co-founder of Giga, speak. I think I'm forgetting a few, but there were like five or six main speakers. This is where the event was done. It was like a wedding hall, and that was a commotion. But yeah, you see Zed saying they can't believe it's a it's a wedding hall that they booked for this event. Yeah, Adit Palicha, which is Zepto, Harshal Mathur, Razorpay, Udit Atre, Meesho, Lalit Keshare, Grow, Mukund Jha, Emergent, and Varun Vamadi, Giga ML. So, out of the two, I believe Grow has IPO'd. Zepto is super fast, is growing super fast. Meesho has basically become. I don't know if Meesho was YC. Was Meesho YC? Meesho YC. No way. This is fantastic. Wow. Look at that. Did they IPO? Yes. They did IPO. Okay. Interesting. So that's that. That's fantastic. And I don't know if Razorpay IPO'd. It's preparing for an IPO. Crazy. Amazing. Yeah. Very cool. So that happened. And then a lot of people a lot of people had a lot to say about that event, mostly good stuff. That there were like a bunch of events where builders were invited, and yeah, they did their thing. YC throws great events. They also had a couple hackathons, not YC, but some third party hackathons that, of course, took advantage of so many builders being in one place, such as Bangalore, and having them all in one place. So yeah, that's the first source of news. And now, of course, Claude releases their design tool, which is basically said to be a death sentence to Figma and all the other design startups. But I kind of don't see that at all. I tried Claude design. It really did not work super super well. I tried it for like the overlay landing page, and it was all right at best. Like, look at this. Um, this is a little you know. It got the content right, but the aesthetics are just off. For reference, this is what um overlay actually looks like, where you have chat, where you have notes, you have centralized knowledge, including your memories, files, and outputs. You can connect all your connectors. So Gmail, Google Sheets, LinkedIn, Reddit, it can do actions across these services. So it can write emails for you, it can send emails. It can look at your Google Sheets. It can analyze these sheets. It can read posts from LinkedIn, write posts into LinkedIn. So you can make it like your content manager of sorts. And then you can also have projects where you basically create folders of chats and notes, and you can also have automations, which I'm currently working on, and they work in a rudimentary fashion, but I need to make them a lot better, um, so that they can be used by users at large. So yeah, it is basically an open source version of Claude Cowork, where you can actually do real stuff here. You can obviously work with the best models. You're not limited to just Claude or GPT models, and you can also generate fantastic content, which is super cool. And in fact, um, I just added, whoopsie, that's that's the code editor I use. So if we actually open localhost, it should be cool. Let's test it out. I added a few models. So of course, Opus 3.7 releases, and it needs to be added. So I did that. Um, yeah, I test with my free account, but I should be testing with my other accounts as well. Let's see. Okay. This should be good. So now Claude 4. Opus 4.7 is added, and then of course we have the best models. Um, I'm also gonna make a setting where you can actually tune the models you see in this model dropdown, just like Cursor does. And of course, you can have the best image models. You can have Nano Banana 2. Oh, ooh, okay. Let's have some fun here. Um, let's try Sonnet, and we can just have. So currently, I'm also building the desktop app for Overlay, which also has voice. But I'm also using Whisperflow just because I need to get a sense of like, okay, what sort of voice features Overlay should have, and yeah, let's try doing this. What are some actually no describe in great detail a prompt for a cartoon landscape inspired by The Simpsons or Family Guy, and use the same style and impose that on on a fairly normal scene like that of a market, and describe that prompt in great detail so that I can feed it into my AI image generator to get a fantastic output. Describe every single detail. So have we're going to make it have good details, and you also get to see how overlay works. So I describe this content, sorry, this prompt, and now um, will generate. There's some level of jitter here that I don't particularly like, which I will fix. Yeah, this is this is interesting. So when it's quoted, it can have some jitter. Wow, this is detailed for sure. Hmm. Okay, so let's try to do this. Let's create a new chat. Actually, we don't even need to. What we can do is just change the model to image Nano Banana 2 and do this and do this, uh, and then see what it cooks up, right? I just added these models, by the way. So, oh, there you go. A non-image model use the language generation API instead. Oh, okay. So interesting. We can paste that error into our code editor. You know what we can do though? You know what we can do? We can still generate a video from Seedance too. That would be fun, right? No. What you need to do is this. Bingo. Bingo. And bam. Let's see what it comes up with. Hmm. Until then, you know what we can try is to see if Opus is working well. Um, Hi, what model are you? Who created you? So, of course, to get access to the premium models, you need to have. There you go. I'm Claude Anthropic. Fantastic. Okay. I've got Sonnet running on making the Nano Banana thing work. The video is still generating. But yeah, the crux is that this stuff is fun and if done right, can be a lot of fun. No way. I have my first viewer. No way. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is great. Fortunately, I happen to know exactly who it is. Um, Hello, if you're watching. Can you, are you watching? I don't know. Let me see. Oh, this is fun. Oh, this is fun. Fantastic. Amazing. Okay. In the meantime, wow, Seedance 2 is taking a while to generate, huh? This is interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. In the meantime, we shall cover more news. Okay. What shall we cover? Today's news. Um, explore. Okay. So this is fun. Um, this person here, Adil, right? He also is in the same program as I am, Canopy, where he covers Silicon Valley news in a fun way, and yeah, he actually does tech news, but he actually does a bunch of animated recaps of the week and covers the craziest news of the week. And he actually gave me this magazine here. So he came out with a magazine for Silicon Mania, and he gave me this magazine and signed it for me. So that's awesome. Yeah. Let's actually go through his timeline, and we could find some news there. Okay, there's some lore around this post. The 1:30 a.m. last leave F.Inc. Today, I will be the last leave F.Inc. Okay, just one day after. Um, and yeah, the lore is that I also posted something similar. Um, let's see. So I posted that I'm the last person in Canopy to leave. It's like 4 a.m. and got a bunch of engagement. Um, and that sort of became a meme because I'm pretty sure I also copied the concept from someone else. I failed to remember. I'm so sorry. I will attribute you if I remember. And then I got such a nice repost from Harsha, who's a friend who's working on Slashy, which is a YC company, which is basically Cursor for email. Highly recommend checking them out, by the way. That this guy used to crash at our apartment. Legit, the only person I've met who works longer hours than we do every single day. It's insane. I don't know how he sleeps. And I was like, you and the Slashy crew are the best. So yeah, this is very wholesome. This is fantastic. But yeah, um, let's see. Yeah, so that was awesome. Now it's become a thing where everyone's trying to leave the lost, um, and and it's become sort of a meme. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Do we? Oh, is the video generation done? Okay, it is. Let's go. Um. Wow, this is not very high quality. Oh, why is that? I wonder. Okay, is it picking up in the audio? I need to add an audio output device. Output capture. Okay, default. Uh, let's see. Yeah, this should be fine. Oh, no, it's not working somehow. Okay. Hmm. Oh, see, that's unfortunate. Okay. I was on my webcam for the longest time. Oh, mm, that's all right. Ugh. Hmm. Let's see. How do we do this? Yeah, this is interesting. I don't think it's capturing much of anything in terms of the audio. Hmm. Okay. Okay. We shall. How do you do? Hmm. We'll figure it out. For now, you can just see what it came up with. There's audio that it came up with, um, and it's good audio. It's not bad. Yeah, that's basically it. And yeah. And earlier I was talking about this post made by my friend Harsha from Slashy. Yeah, right here. Okay. So now, wow, the separation between the US and all these other countries is massive. 274 for US, 26 for China, 23 for UK, 15, 11, 9.6, basically 10, 9. Wow. Yeah, this also became a meme. My friend Goda from Canopy as well posts early on Saturday, well, yesterday, that apparently no one works on Saturdays here. And then she went uh, uber viral, and yeah, the yeah, all the Canopy people commented, and Hubert, the one of the main guys here, also comments, and GMI, which is basically to say not gonna make it unless you work Saturdays, which is true. Um, yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I don't think, what else is there? All other news is sort of downstream from something or the other. Like, mostly people talk about Cloud Design, Cloud Opus 4.7. Um, I love to follow this creator, of course. If you follow me and don't follow him, it's kind of strange, but anyway. Theo is his name, and I actually met him at Founders Inc. last year. A fantastic guy. He actually roasted me because I was building in Flutter at the time, and he was like, "You're," he said, and I quote, there's no double scrolling in Flutter or something like where you can't scroll with two fingers, and that's one of the main reasons. Uh, it always like the UI sort of come across as janky, and that I forget some of the other points, but he was sort of pushing hard to adopt web technologies as he always does because he loves TypeScript, and so do I now. And yeah, I started creating apps in Electron and creating web apps, and I have him to thank for it. So I highly recommend um, keeping up with tech news on his channel too. He does a fantastic job covering a lot of it. Yeah, surprisingly, he didn't cover a lot of OpenClaw stuff, which was just going crazy at the time. Um, yeah. Okay, look at this. $50 million plus physical AI rounds. Skilled. Apptronic, Matex. I've not heard of many of these companies. Wow. I wonder if it can like if Overlay can make sense of X articles. Let's see. Is there an article here? Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Um, perfect. Can you read and summarize this article? Uh, I'm very curious. No. What? Bruh. Okay, need to fix that too. Need to fix that as well. Um, oh, I'm trying this on localhost. Okay, let's see if this actually works on prod. Um, I should also for settings. Okay, this is much better. I wonder if ChatGPT can do this or Claude can do this. Oh wait, let's go. Let's go. Okay, it works. Why did it not work on what? That made no sense. It should actually. We'll see. Okay, and it gave you the sources too. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, get that. It gets that right. So random. This should not happen. Yeah, it should. Okay, picked from the same sources. Good. So it does do that. All right. This is a long one. At Sequoia. Is Jack at Sequoia? Hmm. Yeah, this is interesting. I wonder if I copy and paste, would I get the same sort of summary? What is the minimum number of people we can need to keep the service up to 100%? Speed, the layoffs are executed. Proactive, structural shift, market reaction. Whoa, interesting. Let's see. What is the summary of the following article? Hmm, this is quite different from what we got from the link. Hmm, very interesting. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, this has been the first installment in what I hope to be many impromptu slash more prepared streams. This was just to make it so that I de-risk streaming again in my own mind and hopefully start doing more of these soon, because one thing that is certain is that building software at least has become super simple, and now marketing the software is where many of the innovations need to happen. Of course, innovations software are super useful too, but we also need to find a way to distribute these products better than well your competitor. So this is an attempt to start doing that better. All right, looks good, sounds good, fantastic. Hmm. Okay, I'll just work a little bit now, like maybe 30 more minutes, and then I shall say good night to you. Yeah, some people are texting me as we speak. Um, yeah. Let me look directly into the camera. This is fun. This is great fun. It's crazy how if you're watching a stream, it's like a one-sided video call. And that idea is kind of funny to me. Wow, I'm yawning a lot. This is not ideal. All right, my people. It's 7 o'clock. I should sleep for a few hours. And then, yeah, I will see you again today, hopefully. Actually, I know I will see you again because I'll be recording a lot of content. Sunday today, right? Yeah. All right. Good first stream. Thank you for joining.